Alright, welcome back everyone. Good morning, wherever you are watching from. This is done into trading, whichever kind of trading. They can get one or two things that we are doing here and probably master their art of trading. But as we normally do it here, as always, we're going to start off with our usual assets, and we already know the drill. Crash 500 as usual, so that's where we'll be starting from. So right, so let's check and see what we talked about yesterday. Right. Let me check here. Did we make an entry? I want to know yesterday's day started where? Started around that level there. I was anticipating sales to come down, but we didn't see it. In fact, we later saw a change of character on that very level. We saw that happen. Once we saw that happen, then of course buys went ahead, kept on moving. So we missed, that was a loss there on crash 500, and right now we haven't seen any retest after this breakout. We haven't seen any retest after this level there, so we will be waiting for the retest. But then what do we do if we know that that has happened? Let's now check to H4. It is still retracing. It has gone back to, it's trying to come back to this order block here. So if I can delete this, delete that, delete this fib now, and now we can also delete all these. This is still applicable, this has been dealt with. Can delete this, and now head over to H4, daily time frame. Look at where the retracement is happening from, and that's where we might see the retracement. In fact, according to daily, one can see a fair value gap there that was somehow mitigated there and never reached 50%. This was where it first mitigated that fair value gap on daily time frame. So if I can go to H4, I'll be looking at that level, and clearly you'll see that it has been reached. But then there's an order block up there that gave us actually that fair value gap. So if it goes ahead beyond this, it will go to that order block that gave us this fair value gap. So now we have that level there. So we wait for now, because according to what we see, on the daily we're supposed to be selling, but remember we broke out of the structure. Now this is where the trick is. If we are to use price action, if we are to use what we are seeing there, let's delete that. And we knew that this very move that brought us into consolidation will be the exact move that we'll be looking at for this kind of breakout, and it hit profit there. But there is also this kind of move. There is also that kind of move. So that will be where we'll be anticipating price to head back to. Now, going to weekly, we realize that we've just reached overbought. So the momentum is on for buys. Now I want you to remember this move here, and it gave us what? This falling wedge. Then we broke out, but then we got on the daily another expanding falling wedge. Then we broke out again, and now we have finished retesting. According to weekly, this was a retest candle there, and now looking at what we have currently is a full swing kind of buy or kind of an uptrend that we have started. So it means this move is still very on according to the weekly. But before we go to the weekly, we still have this daily move, this kind of daily move to bring us back there. So this was a retest. We may take it as a retest, even when we are seeing that we are oversold, overbought on daily. So I want you to understand that. The reason why I'll be looking for this kind of move is because of the structure that I see. This kind of move there is the reason why I'll be looking for that move there to reach there. That is the reason why I'll be looking for that. So now we can now anticipate. Let's see, that's the reason why we were able to see something to do with the change of character there. That is a previous lower high that gave us this low. Now it has been broken, so that's why we are looking for buys. So it means anytime from now we'll be starting to see higher lows and higher highs. Why? Because we saw that kind of change of character there. Alright, so going down below to H1, of course there are also those change of characters there, and then that. So but we haven't retested like so. This was the only retest after change of character there, but it's not that much. We have to wait for another retest to come, at least mitigate some of the fair value gaps, or to mitigate the imbalance, to correct the imbalance in the market. So now that we know that, now we wait for whatever price will do to come back. We will wait. I will not do anything for now. I will wait to see if price will actually come around these areas there, or just below here on H1, just below, just around these levels on H1, because that will be a fair value gap after choke, and also some other level like that. So that's what I'll be waiting for. If it does not happen, and then it has to happen. It has to happen. The reason why I'll be looking for this is I'll be looking for my buy entries in the discount. Yeah, that is the reason why. If price, if that candle closes from there and another one starts from there and starts to move into sales, and that becomes a confirmed high, that's when this fib will be will be actually accurate to tell us where we could anticipate our retest. So this may not, if this remains how it is, then this fair value gap may not be applicable, may not be of much value, but rather this one down below, this order block. So because this order block is a one in discount, this fair value gap is in premium, and we don't look for buys in premium, we look for buys in discount. So I'll just leave the two of these here and delete my fib and wait for the confirmation of the high. Then I can draw my fib and understand which level I'm going to use. Alright, I think that's it for now. It's a no-go on crash. That leads me to go to boom 1000. Boom 1000. Boom 1000. So let's check. We wanted this kind of first of all, we had anticipated that kind of manipulation yesterday. We didn't see any manipulation. Luckily that was lucky enough for us. Then we had an anticipation that if it continues to break, we will wait for a retest and then we make our entries. And from where we are, we have our retest there. From where we are, this is a retest there. This is a confirmation of finished retest. Now that is actually a break of structure, I mean a change of character there, or you can call it a neckline, having given us a triple top up there. Then it gave us what, a breakout there. So what do? Normally I wait for this, but if I have a big account, I can even enter from here and put still my stop losses will be all the way here. Those will be big. Sometimes it will give you a retest, sometimes it may fail to give you. So if it gives you a retest, then you can anticipate something like that. Then you come in for sales. Why are we looking for sales? H4, we are selling. We've been getting lows and highs, lower lows and lower highs, so we're looking at selling it to come back here and probably give us, probably reach this fair value gap on this level, and then we can start to anticipate something different. But yesterday we saw some big moves after breakout. We saw some big buy moves to come to retest, and now you can see clearly the retest on H1 and H4 it has started, and M15 is the one which is very clear. So I can delete this, just leave that there. And now this has been already worked on, this has been worked on. I can now delete this, delete all that. We already know that price, we are anticipating price to come to this level, so that's what we'll be looking at, price to come to this level. That's what we'll be looking at. Where we wanted price to reach, it didn't reach, but I may just leave it there because that was a liquidity, that was some liquidity that price needed to grab, but we don't see any mitigation at all. So yeah, we may come down a bit below and then push price ahead again up there to grab that liquidity. There is a possibility of that happening because that is an important level there, and that's just a big imbalance in the market that cannot just be left alone. So we may see that happen very soon. All right, so for now, what are we going to do with boom 1000? I've said I will wait for the entry. If I had come before this breakout, I would have entered a long time, but this has already broken out, so I can't risk entering from here. I will wait for a pullback, then I can make my entries. So I will leave it at M15 and head over to boom 500. So boom 500. We made money yesterday. Those who I think I even shared it. I think I shared it in the group. That was the entry there. I did not close when it came all the way down below here to break that support. Let's go there. We see, is it a support? H4. Move first. Alright, so let's go back here, delete all these that are no longer needed. Delete. We were looking for price. It gave us that retest, so that's when I made my entries there, just below there, and we started to sell. Then later price tried to pull back there, and it took my SLs in profits, and then later on it gave us what? It gave us a change of character, and we started to see some buys. Now looking on H1, there's that order block that gave us that kind of reaction that we see currently. That's where we saw the reaction happen from, and after that we actually saw a double top there. After that we saw a double top there, and now we haven't seen any retest after this after showing us a double top there. So we can anticipate before that, yeah, we can anticipate a pullback to which level? Let's head over to H1, H4, H1. Yeah, there are so many levels it can come back to, but of course we always anticipate price to reach at least around back to almost the fair value gap, the neckline, or call it the change of character level there, and then come down again. So in the higher time frame, say H4, we are still selling. It's only in lower time frame that we saw change of character right here, and in M15 that's where we saw a change of character to bring us back there. But if you're on H4, you realize that we are still selling. That was a double break, a change of character on H4 when we started to sell. Gave us a lower low, gave us a new lower low. Now it was coming here to get a higher low. So we wait for a pullback, we can enter, and then we can enter sales once more around that level there. So we'll wait for something like that and then make my entries for sales. So this one may take some more time to give us what we want. If it fails to give us a retest, then you could wait for it to break one of these structures down below here to create a new lower low. Then you can anticipate another pullback right about where it broke structure from, right on this level there. Then you can make an entry. Just the usual thing that we always do. So now we can head over to Volatility 25. volatility 25. Let's see. So it took me out yesterday. Some of the moves that I had, the buy limits that were here, those who remember yesterday's buy limit was already activated, so it came down and activated the second one, and those are the two buy limits that I had put some time back, so they were activated. We went here in profits, then came back here and took my SLs there because I didn't want to risk it. But where we are currently, we could see some resistance, we could see some price rejection right there. So if I go to M15, very soon we will be seeing some change of character. So you want to wait for something like that, breakout on that level there. Once you see a breakout on that level, you'll be having a confirmed double bottom right here on M15, and once that is confirmed, then the rest of the other time frame would be now would be telling you what you wanted to do. This was another point of interest, which is a fair value gap on H4. I remember right here we saw break of structure there. We've been selling. This is where we saw change of character. That's where we saw the change of character there, and then we shifted to selling. We got a new low here, got a higher low, came back. Now we are trying to get a new lower low. So I hope that is very clear. Of course, now if we can delete this and head over to daily time frame, we at first we had anticipated that to be a what? To be a channel. Yeah, a horizontal channel. It was a horizontal channel there, and now we needed this move to continue up there. Having seen this and considered this as a manipulation, but it wasn't the case. For some reason, it decided to first come and grab liquidity, the liquidity that was left back here, before it can move in the direction that we are actually anticipating. So now that it has somehow reached 50% of this fair value gap, this move may now be evident. Now, what can confirm that will be the change of character at probably at H4. Yeah, at H4, or probably you can even get it right on hand around H1 there. And once you have it, then you can once you have that, then you can do what? Make an entry once the change of character has been confirmed, and that will mean we are heading for the uptrend. Alright, so for now that's it. It's a no-go for me now that I'm on that fair value gap, which is a daily fair value gap there has been reached. I want to leave it around until I start to see price rejection more, and you can see there on H4 the previous candle shows you that the current candle of H4 has started, so it's a matter of waiting to give me an entry. I'll be waiting for that when price breaks this neckline on M15. Once it is broken, that will start to confirm that the trend is changing, because this is the change of character that we'll be waiting for. Alright, I think that's it for V25. Now we can go ahead and look at V75. V75. So let's start from yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Go to H1, check. Okay, yesterday we made that money, although I didn't close. I didn't close where I needed to close from at first. That was the level that I needed to close from at first. Right here we can see that price went ahead and went into came back to that fair value gap. So now I can delete this order block, and now I see that is where price wanted to grab liquidity from. Now that we know that, we can look at higher time from H4 to see what is happening. The only issue there is that is some kind of change of character. So if that is the case, head here, first delete all these, first leave that, delete that, yeah. Now head over to H1. This was the level, gave us this only. Now started to change. This was our change of character there, and price has come back to that level, having grabbed liquidity on that order block, on that fair value gap. So according to H1, there's still some buy move. If I was using my fib, I'll clearly wait for price to reach probably around this order block there. Then I start to look for my buys. Why would I be looking for buys? Because of the change of character here on H1. That's why I'll be looking for buys. But if price doesn't come back to this level, it will be only because there's that fair value gap after change of character or on change of character there. That will be the only reason why price may not reach this discount level. So now I can delete that, and now delete that. So this is H1. When I go to H4, I'm looking for buys, and even in H4 I see my change of character there. When I go to daily, I want to see what daily has. Daily we haven't seen anything like a change of character. We have rather a break of structure there, and now we can first follow what is on we can first follow what is on H4 before we head to H1. So before we head to daily. So on H4 we clearly see a change of character. That means we will be now looking for buys. So what we will do is come to H1, in fact come to M15, and now wait. We wait to see if price will actually come back to this level, or if we will see this happen. On M15 we have that kind of move there that can imply that sales are still ongoing. Just a retest will be showing us that, then later on probably get to this level. Yeah, that's what this M15 may imply to us where we are. So I can only confirm that if this candle closes and another one starts probably in the buy movement. So we will wait for whatever happens here and we make our decisions. But for now, according to H1 and H4, we have a change of character that may imply buys to continue, buys to come in. Alright, now I will leave it at M15 because there's this kind of move that may bring us to the level that is in discount to enter our buys on a good level. So we'll wait for that. I may wait for this move and sell it when it reaches this level. Then I'll be ready for my buys to enter them. Alright, and now that leads me to V50. Hope you guys okay, there are no questions. So now I can head over to V50. 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 Let's check. Yesterday I think I had made an entry there. Yeah, that was an entry there, that sell there. I don't know if anyone took it. That was a sell there. Took my profits on this order block, and even it came and exceeded it, but I had already taken my profits. I think it was even a an SL that had taken me out. Okay, so now that we know that, I don't know if you guys made money on V50, but yeah, clearly you see that the reason why we were looking for that. Of course, I told you guys you will enter from this level here, not where I entered there. So this pullback came to that, so a good entry was around here. A good entry was there to make your entry and then take your profits. All this was your money here. So now that we know that, can delete all this. This move is still on, so I can delete these. This has turned out to be some strong level, and now I would rather use that M15 order block. Yeah, that is what I may see right now. Now that I have that, delete the rest, and that. Now head over to H1 and see what is happening. So there we clearly see that we have some kind of pattern that is being created there. It's being created there, and it's a rising wedge. So we know what that means, that anytime from now we will see this kind of move. Anytime from now, once price decides to break out, we will see this kind of move. So either way, we are still going to be selling. So for now, what can I do? Head back to M15, prolong my order block there. Now wait for when price comes back again up there, and I enter my sales, or when price breaks out and retests and I enter my sales. That is the drill as always. I think you guys no longer need to you already know how I do this, how we actually anticipate all these things. So that's what we'll be waiting for. We'll be waiting for something like that, and clearly you can see that on H4 we will be going into something like a change of character there to now head into a big time sales. Now that will also bring us to check what is on daily. Of course, daily will be looking for that retracement to this level. That will be a retracement to that level on the daily before we can continue buying again. So this one, I can either leave it, let me leave it at H1 as we wait for the move to go back on that very resistance level. All right, any questions yet? Not really. So now we can head over back to we can head over to jump 25. Jump 25. Jump 25. Okay, this, let me see, did I make an entry here? Yeah, I made an entry here when it had reached this resistance level, but I was taken out. I was taken out there, and now let's see. Let's see H4. We have some kind of double top up there. Let's get to daily. Daily, we still look for buys. The momentum is low. Why is it low? Because we are on that support, on that resistance level on the weekly time frame. So now the daily is looking for some buys, but there is no momentum. On H4, we see some kind of double top right there being formed, but we cannot confirm that yet. We can't confirm that yet. Looking at H4, there's something significant that we see. This was like a change of character there, and price now came back again to that level. So if we know that, it means we have some bit of, first delete this. Right, so get to H1, delete these. Delete that, delete that, leave that one on, delete this for now. We'll draw them again later. Head over to H4. This order block may still be important. First delete this, delete that, delete that. Now we are looking for price to actually this can be deleted. We never saw a breakout on that resistance support level, so we can delete them. Now we want to know again what we are up to. So break of structure here, new high, break of structure there, new high. So according to daily, we are trying to create a new high. Now if we are trying to create a new high, and we saw this kind of move, this would be the target that we'll be looking at aiming. That will be the target there, to create a new high there according to daily. But now, is it applicable there? Let's see. on H4 we are having some reaction on price there. Price is being rejected there. So until there's this liquidity is grabbed probably to collect the imbalance in the market, probably we may not see buys come in on daily time frame. So this is something I would be anticipating to bring me there. That's something that I'll be anticipating on a long term, now that I know that. Now that is only if price does not come here to break this low here. If it breaks this low, that means things will be shifting, will be now heading into sales. So we need to be ready for whatever it gives us. So for now, I'll be anticipating this kind of move. If this doesn't happen, then of course that means we'll be seeing a breakout here once it gets momentum, enough momentum to break through there. Yeah, once it gets enough momentum to break through, to break out there, right there. So that's something I'll be anticipating. Those are my two possible moves that may happen on this asset. So right now I can head over. This is a no-go for me. I'm not entering any of it until there is a clear move. Until there is a clear move there. So I don't want to even risk scalping it within this kind of falling wedge. So this actually can easily tell us that we may not see price come down below on H4. Once we have that there on M15, it can clearly tell you we may not see price actually break down going below, unless it is a small manipulation, then later on to head over into buys. But now after seeing that on M15, the buys are likely to get into, we are likely to get into buys once this consolidation is done, into buys, not sells. So now I can leave it at H1 and head over to jump 10. Let's check, starting from daily. We had a breakout there and a retest. So retest has started. Looking at daily, I want to confirm if yes, that is clear. The retest didn't close inside the channel, in the rising wedge. So meaning we are now on for sales, and now the sales have started. How do we make money? We had put that so that we can enter there, enter from that level. Now let me check on daily. Can we make our entries? Not yet. First delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. What is this for? And daily, it's an order block on that level. It was not respected, it respected this other one. So we can delete this and delete that also. Now I want my chart clean. Alright, so this move, wait a minute, has this move been done with? Somehow it has been. So if we don't see this move, if we don't see this kind of move here, to this level here, then we'll be heading back into buys. So we need to be cautious because this first move, the first TP level has been reached, this one here. So we are waiting for this. Now going to daily, going to daily, we are looking for buys. H4 we are looking for buys. H1, it's where we are looking for sells. Now on H1, that's where we see a change of character. Now once we see that change of character, we now wait for the retracement and see if it will actually come in later. So this is going to be a no-go for me for now, until something comes up, until there is a clear breakout probably here, but the most buyers on higher time frame H4 and daily, we are looking for buys. So that's why this is a bit a bit tricky for me to make any entries. And clearly on M15 you can see that that's a double bottom there, which is on that level there, which is on this order block on M15. It's not even an order block, it was a fair value gap there. Yeah, that was a fair value gap there. We can clearly see a double bottom there, meaning it is confirming the trend on H4 and daily. So M15, H4 and daily are now all showing us buys. So this move that I had drawn like this is most likely to happen today. Because of what we see on H4 and daily time frame. So now I want to wait. I don't want to enter this at all, because it is still having some weird structure. I see here a change of character, but then on the other hand of H4 I'm looking for buys, yet H1 is showing me a change of character to start selling. So that's why I'm going to skip this asset for now and call it a day. That now leads us to go for our recap. I hope you guys or you don't have a question. I hope everything is okay there. If you have a question, go ahead and ask. Even those who come in late after the live stream, you can go ahead and ask questions. I'll be able to find them in the comments and be able to answer you. So right now, let's head over from where we started from. And that was crash 500. It was a no-go. We wanted price to reach that level there and to start giving us some sell signals. So we haven't gotten any apart from the one we see on M15, which is overbought there, and of course reaching also the resistance level or the fair value gap there on H1, I believe. So yeah, on H1 there. So right now I will wait for more confirmation to make my entries. It's no go for me until I see some confirmation there. The boom sell, like I told you, I missed entries. My entries that are normally around that area, I missed that entry. So we haven't seen any pullback, meaning we don't have an entry yet. And if we don't see any entry, it means we will not have an entry. So as we clearly see that we've started to see a pullback. So this pullback, we'll be looking at making our entries here or there. This will be dependent on This will be dependent on this move, meaning we are likely to see price actually come to this, because it has both, it is in both premium and discount. So this may be the ideal level here, around that level there, to enter our sales again. So right now I'll leave it and wait for the entry. Let's check. I'm selling on H4, so I can even put my sell limit here. Yeah, just put your sell limit there, 2 of those, and wait for price to reach that level. And you put a third one, around that level there, just in case it wants to grab liquidity there. Alright, so those are my entries that I'll be waiting for to be activated. Boom 500, also we are waiting for the same thing. So for it I will not put my sell limits. I will wait and enter manually. Yeah, I will wait for that. Boom 500, then crash, volatility 25. I'm waiting for this move. Now we have a triple bottom, so I'm waiting for the breakout on this level there, then I can make my entries. And yes, this is volatility 75. It has gone back to the level we wanted, and I believe the sales have started. That was like a liquidity pool, went back to that all B there, and now we see that it's becoming a long wick there to start sales, but cannot enter sales until this M15 candle closes. Until that M15 candle closes, there's a possibility of it making another move here. So that's why I want to be sure. Before I make an entry. But clearly you can see that wick will clearly tell you that was a liquidity grab there. Took out stop losses that were there already, and now it has started to sell. You can see that on M5 there. That's why you can see that clearly. M5 is showing us that kind of sell there. So I will leave this for now. I will not make any entries for now. This one I will wait for price to get back to that level there, and that's where I will make my entries for sales, because the general trend, we are starting to look at sales because of this move. Although we haven't seen a change of character on H1, but we saw that resistance up there. That's one of the reasons why we'll be looking for sales. Yeah, so for now I will wait for price to reach there, and then I can look for my sell entries to bring me down below here. Jump 25, it's still within that. According to M15, we have two possible moves. One to break out here and come here and we later on buy, or to break out there. And like I said, after seeing that kind of falling wedge on M15, this buy move is most likely to happen than this buy move here is most likely to happen than the sell move first. So we be ready if it becomes the case. If it becomes the case, we need to be ready for the entries there once there is a retest. Alright, those who want to scalp can keep trading it within this range or within the falling wedge there, and then make money. This, I said, it's a no-go because of two things. I'm having a change of character on H1, whereas on H4 and daily I'm looking for buys in a long term. Yeah, I'm looking for buys in a long term, so that's why it's a bit tricky for me. And of course, even on M15 it's clearly showing me signals to buy, so that's why I'll be waiting and just keep my calm, my cool there, not to make any mistake of any entry right here. So this one here, I want to leave it. It will be, I will not trade it today at all. I'll rather now look for my trades in around V50 may give me some money. This one may also give me some money. Though the entry was there, it was a liquidity grab there. So V75, right now it has gone again. Let me just leave it for now, just delete that and bring this around there and just wait and see what happens, and then head over to V25. V25 may not, may give me some money if it breaks that level. So it may actually be a nice one once it does that than V75 because of how it is right now. Boom 500, if we see that kind of retest that we were looking for, it's going to give us some good clean money, and the same applies to boom 1000. It will give us some good clean money when this retest comes around. This right now it's a no-go until there's a clear structure, because we have now a change of character there, so we are waiting for a retest to continue buying it because we have that breakout, or call it a change of character there. So we may see it today, we may not see it. So until we have a retest after change of character, this is a no-go. Can't enter any buys because you'll be risking highly. I think that's it for today. Hopefully you guys had a great time with me here. Just a few reminders. Today we'll be having our BTC analysis at 1. Yeah, we'll be looking at BTC and how far we've gone. Are we anticipating any retracements, any consolidations, any of such on BTC? We'll be looking at that just as usual, like how we do it. And of course, every Tuesday and Friday, that's when we analyze BTC at 1 p.m. East African time. Of course, this also is still ongoing. The registration for December class, those who are interested, as always, the class is there. So if you're interested, you make your registration with me, and then you'll be enrolled to the class. And of course, this other one is usual. We'll come back tomorrow as usual at 10:30 East African time, Monday to Friday, for those who are new on this very channel. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. Please don't forget to apply proper risk management. It doesn't mean whenever you go into charts you have to get a trade and enter any trade. It does not necessarily mean that's not what makes you a trader. Patience pains but pays. That is something I can tell you right now. So as long as we are waiting for a trade that you trust in yourself, that you want to take, is a better thing than you wanting money that every time you get into the charts you have to make an entry. You will make mistakes, you will lose money, you may even blow the account. So rather stick to the plan, look for everything that you always look for. Once the market presents those things, be ready to enter. but not enter when something of those things that you always look for is missing. That means you will have messed up your plan, and unfortunately you'll be losing some money if it is not actually growing the account. So please go ahead and apply proper risk management, and don't feel bad if you don't make a trade today. The market is still big, the market is still open. Even tomorrow you may even exceed the profits that you may have made today, or you may you don't know what you may have protected yourself from, just waiting for a clean, proper trade. That is one tip I wanted to give you guys. Let me wish you guys a good day. See you tomorrow same time. Have a nice day. Happy trading.